hate it or not, this is real shit. There's no atmosphere like EuroLeague.
Europe, what people don't know, the fans are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like the energy in those gyms are like no other. Best fans, what team, what country that you played for? And which ones was the ones that was on your head the worst when you go on the road?
I would say when I was in Cologne, we had some crazy fans because Cologne was like
underdog.
Yeah, and they was hood, you know what I'm saying? They was the hood Israelis, you know? So, like, every time we played, like, Maccabi, like, it would go down. I'm talking about spitting, everything. Like, our fans got suspended for 3 games because they was doing so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say when I went from Cologne and then I went to Maccabi the next year, they was on my head. They was on my head, bro. Hapoel Tel Aviv, when I played for Hapoel Tel Aviv and played Cologne.
That's the team you're on with Nate. Is that correct?
Yep. They was spitting at the cops. They was breaking the chairs, throwing them. But Turkey got some crazy fans too, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Turkey got some crazy fans.
Some time in Karsheka. They crazy in
Karsheka.
That's who we played the championship.
Yeah.
Bro, they was like, I'm going to kill you. I was like, man, I got to get out of here as soon as the game's over.
You did. You killed them.
Yeah, I killed them. But I was like, I'm not going up to no club tonight. I'm staying in the hotel.
Hey, man, Karsheka might have the craziest fans in Turkey.
I think so.
I could tell you a crazy story. This interview ain't about me, but I can tell you my experience in Turkey playing for Karsheka. We go to Istanbul to play Fenerbahce, right? Mid-game, it's a timeout. One of the ref puts the ball down on the sideline. One of our fans runs out the stands onto the court, across the court, kicks the ball at all the all the Fenerbahce fans. And immediately, all the Fenerbahce fans is on the court chasing him. All our fans come out, and it just turned into a melee. We had to wait about 2 hours or something in the locker room before we could resume the game with no fans. Crazy.
Bizim seyircimiz değil, Galatasaray maçında sahaya dalan seyirci diyor. Şimdi benim de ilgimi çeken üzerindeki kaşkol, Karşıyaka kaşkolu değildi. Kırmızı siyahlı bir kaşkoldu. O çılgın taraftarın her şeyi başlatan yani bir Karşıyakalılar.
That happened to us in Israel too. And when I was playing for PAOK in Greece and we played Aris, our bus pulls up, fans busted all our bus windows. Crazy. Man, there's so much shit that goes on overseas that people don't know about, man.
Right.
It's crazy, man. I done heard a dude got ran out of Israel, a player. Like they was chasing him. Yeah. With like knives, bro.
Yeah. And then you said Serbia too. Like, you think for actually playing, you said that was fun. You wouldn't think that's like a basketball city. Why was that the place that was more fun?
It's three cities or 3 places in Europe where like basketball is bigger than soccer, and one of them is Belgrade, Serbia.
Oh wow!
Yeah. And
so I'm sure their fans were crazy, huh?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
Like, if I was to compare it to any, like it's better. I think it's better than Duke, Carolina, as far as the atmosphere. Like it's way better than that. It's
what makes it better.
Like
it's people just yelling.
Like it's all type of shit.
They're like
They
crazy
throwing
like
flares on
super
the court
fans out there.
sometimes. Yeah, man.
That's
Yeah,
That's sick.
it's wild out there, bro.
Were you ever like, damn, like I'm fearing for my life? We just beat the other team, like they about to come and get me.
Not life, but like,
Yeah, but like,
low people, I gotta fight.
yeah,
But not like, yeah, like you gotta,
yeah.
like you win, you gotta run off the court sometimes. Like,
Like yeah.
throwing shit.
They got the crackers like throwing them shits.
Man, they throwing coins, lighters,
Uh,
beer.
I heard like everybody be smoking out there too. I heard like it's like hella hard to breathe sometimes. Koch was telling me he's had his asthma acting up.
I don't think some arenas do that no more, but
Yeah,
some did. And yeah, it'll get foggy in there.
it was Belgrade. Where else?
Belgrade, Athens, Greece.
Oh, okay.
So, like that rivalry there, Panathinaikos and Olympiacos.
Yeah.
It's like it's probably bigger than the rivalry we got.
AH was on Olympiacos, right?
Yeah. So when they played with that green team, Panathinaikos,
Yeah.
like that's like they got like 80 years of playing.
That's crazy.
Oh dang! So they
Like
were that.
their history is deep.
Something like that, and they were defending EuroLeague champions one of the years before, or something like that. So you guys are considered the two best teams, probably in EuroLeague in one city. So I know you guys had a lot of different rivalries. So what is your best moment or best memory from those games?
Yes. So and not everybody gets this reference, but I would describe that rivalry as like the Bloods and the Crips on steroids.
That's how I say it. That's how I say it. That's how I say it.
It's like on site. They just get after it. And it's a long, heated rivalry. You're born into, being an Olympiacos or Panathinaikos fan, and like I mentioned, the tattoos and people. It's life. It's a lifestyle for them, and so that and the passion that it breeds is just crazy to experience. And I say my first exposure to it and my last exposure, two stories I'll tell. So first exposure, we have our first away game at Laka, and coach comes to me and says, "Hey Josh, you haven't experienced this before. I'm not going to start you tonight. I want you to just take this in, understand what this is going to be like." So I'm like, all right, I played in crazy places. Like, why are you acting like this? And we walk in, we go through layup lines, and all of a sudden I look over, and they're like fanning this area right by our bench. And I'm like, what's going on, dude? And so I saw the net, that protects us, was on fire. And so somebody shot a flare down at our bench and shot it, and it landed in the towel bag, and the towel bag caught on fire. And it's just like, this is the start of the game. And so I'm just like, all right, what the heck did I get myself into? And then fast forward to my last game in Greece. It was at Seth, and it was in the playoffs, and we would go out to warm up, and everybody's like coughing, and I'm like coughing, eyes watering, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? So they usher us back into the locker room, and we asked them what's happening, and the police had to shoot tear gas in the gym because our fans were going crazy, right? So had to let it air out, had to go back out, warm up again, and we played a game. Game's not going well, and so started to see stuff flying from the stands. And I have a couple of my buddies there that game, and I look over and they're just like, dude, this is crazy. So the fans had gone into the bathrooms. They'd broken down the toilets. They were throwing like pieces of ceramic. They were throwing toilet handles, stuff from the faucets, sinks. My buddy got hit with a bottle that was filled with urine and feces. And it was just a crazy thing. So then somebody throws something on kind of near Panathinaikos' bench. And one of the things I'll never forget, Yotam Halperin told me, he said, Josh, whatever you do, if anything touches the floor, never touch it. Never go grab it, never kick. He's telling me a story of somebody that got two of their fingers blown off going to pick up something off the floor. And yeah, sure enough, this was like an M80 or some sort of like firecracker or something that they threw on the floor and made a black mark on our floor. So it's wild, man. It's wild. You know, you obviously you've been in some of the other places with you know, like Serbia. They got the laser pointers on rolls of receipt paper. They were throwing hot coins at you, batteries, whatever. So it's a jungle out there, man.
Yeah, man. I think like I said, I think some of the people you tell this to and tell these stories to that don't understand it or don't experience, or I try to tell it to my friends, you know, back home, and I'm sure you've done the same, that they don't get it. Like, and it's hard to really, unless you experienced it, like it's hard to really put in words. Like